Shalom. So I just talk giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemiah Shai, Shaka. That belongs to the apostles and elders that teach this truth, help push this truth on down, spread across the world through the spirit power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Now, I'm going to just watch this real quick.
Seat of power, the only place to go. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the most powerful nation on Earth. As a result, it's among the most tightly secured cities on the planet. And since 9/11, security here has only gotten tighter. For 200 years, when it's come to defending the nation's seat of power, the only place to go has been underground.
Here we go, all harnessed up.
From a tightly guarded maze of tunnels beneath the heart of the nation's capital.
We're gonna have to stop right here. We cannot go past this point. What is up there, though?
To a recently declassified super bunker below the mountains of West Virginia, where the nation's leaders could survive nuclear Armageddon.
So this is how they would handle any dead bodies. Original hoppers.
D.C. is among others guard the White House roof on the planet. Influence throughout the world than Washington, D.C. It's the capital of the... No city in history has had more influence throughout the world than Washington, D.C. It's the capital of the most powerful nation on Earth, and as a result, D.C. is among the most secured cities on the planet. Because
it said DC is the most secure city on the planet. All right, let's keep going.
So the terrorist attacks on
because there's a whole point to why I'm bringing this out.
9/11, the skies above Washington are monitored by continuous air patrols. Snipers guard the White House roof. F-16s are ready to scramble 24/7, and its streets are packed with secret services, both seen and unseen.
Streets compact with Secret Service members, seen and unseen. Remember that part too.
9/11 changed security around the city and the world. But for 2 centuries, the key to securing the nation's capital has been underground. I'm Don Wildman. I'm in Washington, D.C., America's seat of power for 2 centuries, and one of the most heavily guarded cities in the world. D.C.'s underground is jam-packed with thousands of miles of tunnels, from 19th century sewers that saved this city from relentless disease, to top-secret 21st century.
All right, now we're gonna stop it there.
You, all right. Now, where y'all gonna go to put me up after the young lion, man? Yeah, so we gonna bring it out. All praise to the Most High by Shemamash. Now, where y'all gonna go to put me up after the young lion, man? Yeah, so we gonna bring it out. All praise to the Most High by Shemamash Shai. Good to see all the family here. We're gonna condemn the hell out of Esau's pork for you lied in front of your damn White House. Give me.
They're zooming in. You can see snipers on top of the roof. You can't tell me that they clearly see all of them. This is not wise to do. It's not a wise thing to go out there to Washington, D.C., the most secure place on the planet, for a whole bunch of witchcraft, enchantments, sacrifice goes on. They got underground stations and places. Like, why do y'all... Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Let's bring out this scripture. It's not a wise thing to do whatsoever. That's why I was reading that some ain't gonna have to get delivered up. They're gonna have to. It's not wise. You got people out there just following their leaders in that thing. Like, whoever leading them, it's a big group out there. A lot of them don't even know what's going on for real. Hold on, slide. Let me try to find the scripture. Wise does. So this is what I was looking for. Matthew 10, verse 16. Matthew 10, verse 16. Red letters mean Yahweh Shai is speaking. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Now, he sent us forth as sheep, not as wolves amongst wolves, because then it's going to be a fight. But if we are sheep amongst wolves, we're going to get slaughtered. So you see all those sheep standing out there in front of the White House. You got underground tunnels. You got civilians walking around that's not really civilians. That's really the worst place you could be. With all that wickedness and enchantments going around, like, you're right next to your enemy as sheep, and they're wolves. They are in these secret places watching us. And then you go close to them. No telling what could have happened to y'all. Like, it's already, Biden already put out, like a suggestion to family members to, kind of snitch on your, relatives that are, like, radical, I guess. Something along those lines. But it's not wise. You got cops out there too, even though cops aren't even the main issue. It's the agents, the people that will do something and get away with it, people that are undercover, that will just snatch you up and you out of there. And you in DC, out of all places, most secure place on the planet, according to that video. But they got underground tunnels that go miles and miles, state to state. Heavily guarded. You cannot go under that tunnel without being questioned or caught. You wonder why? Because they don't want people to know what's really going on. What's really going on with the society under the White House. A bunch of sick wickedness goes on under there. And y'all go out there in front of the White House. Not smart. Now, be ye therefore wise as serpents. Now, if you want to be being wise as serpents, that's not being wise at all. As serpents, you can all y'all faces, even though, because we record, they see our face through the videos already. But if you in person, they can take better pictures of you. They can size you up. They can know your body type. I mean, they can get a better visual of you. No telling what they could do. They got technology where they can tap your phone from being at a certain distance from you. Just being in a certain vicinity, they could lock onto your phone. Now they can track you, like all type of stuff. All type of stuff that I can think of, like technology that they got. They could have been under the White House watching, just watching them. Because you already had cops across the street from them, just looking at them, chilling, but they're just ordinary cops. But this devil, actually, you never know. They could have been anybody, but they were dressed as cops. They could have been regular cops, or they could have been some agents dressed as cops. Now, that video said you got people walking around as civilians that are really agents in disguise. Harmless as doves. To a certain extent, they're being harmless because they were just preaching and teaching and shouting. That's really it. But to go into the lion's den like that, because that's what that is. That's Washington, D.C. That's not no place how people make it seem. That's high-level wickedness going on over there. You don't go over there. Especially in that number. No. Ooh. Nah. Especially when you got They're starting to look at us as terrorists. Nah. They need to be careful doing that. They go out there again, you never know what they done put in place. You never know what law they done passed on the low. Label us as terrorists. Now all of them getting arrested. They can't flee nowhere. There's nowhere to flee. You in Washington, D.C. You gonna flee down the street to what? Some more civilians that are not really civilians but agents. They're gonna come out the tunnels because they down there walking through tunnels underground. They're gonna pop out the tunnel and grab you, take you down to the tunnel. You're not gonna be seen no more. See, I'm being wise as a serpent to the best of my ability. Because now I know what goes on in D.C. I know they got people underground as tunnels. They got people that are watching you on the roof, civilians that aren't really civilians. I would never go to D.C. Now watch this, because you know the Lord said, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. Let me pull that up. Sheesh, can't think of it. Let me type it in. I think it's in Ecclesiastics right there. This is Ecclesiasticus, which is also called Sirach, 5:15. Right here, this one. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So, yeah, definitely not supposed to be ignorant in a situation like this. You're not supposed to go to Washington D.C. and not know this information. Now they could known it, but they could not have known it. But if they did know it, that's really not smart. It's really not wise.
Galatians 6 and 7. Let's start off with an oldie but goodie. And the Most High is bringing your damn kingdom down in front of your face. And that's exactly what he said he's going to do. You give me Psalms 50 and 16, you give me Galatians 6 and 7. Read that, brother. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. I said, don't be deceived. God is not mocked. Can't mock the Most High. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. What I say? That shall he also.
I'm not judging nobody or, being the one to judge or, but just look right here, like this guy. No telling what he knows, but by appearance, he looked like ordinary Jake. He's wearing a white tee and a headband. I mean, in my opinion, he looked like he just with the crew, just hanging out. They supposed to be hitting the highway. Oh, no. What is this? I didn't even see this. Shalak, right here. That's not. If they caught themselves hitting the highways right now, that's not it. You don't have women out there if they're with them. If they're with them, they're totally off. Now, if they just bystanders, then that's one thing. But I hope they're not with them, because that'd be going way off.
That's why the nation be not doing good. Who are these niggers out here claiming to be the Jew? What are they talking about? We talking about the fall of your kingdom. Yeah, take pictures and email it to Biden and tell him the men of the Lord are out here condemning America right in front of his damn face. Now give me Psalms 50 and 16. Read, brother. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, Lord said, unto the wicked, God say you for the top. But unto the wicked.
You think the snipers don't see and report back and inquire on what's going on? And they go like, oh yeah, that's the Israelites that out there preaching. Mugs know that we the real Israelites anyways. They don't want us alive. They want to kill us off and everything. The scriptures already tell us what's going to happen to us. We can get delivered up, suffer by blood, killed, decapitated, all of that. It's not a good place to be in.
Hear that, devil? Take pictures. Take a lot of pictures. Because you're the witness to declare my... What the hell you got to do with the covenant? You murder, you molest, you steal everything. Right? But even a white man like, nothing. Like a white man, you hate this. Not one law in this. But what is... want to be in its day. Murder and took it from every damn 4th of July we here in America. Let's be the most high with them. Listen, you Native Americans, you got damn everything, the food, wannabe women, men, reading to baby.
Shit, this guy got dreads right there. But whatever. I'm sure he was told to cut him off, but shit, whatever. I mean, I can't say whatever now because you see something wrong, you gotta address it. He called himself an Israelite, but he doesn't know that we're not supposed to be having dreads, let alone long hair. That shit, it's like the hair is going down his back, all the way down his back. It's going over his shoulder and that. Yeah, that's off. As far as judging people, I ain't trying to, be picking on everybody that I see. But I see that he has these long dreads. Nah, that's all. That's just way off. This is why it's way off. This is why. Does he not know this scripture? First Corinthians 11:14. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given to her for her covering. Nah, they can't know these scriptures. It clearly makes sense because they don't know to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. They don't know that they're sheep amongst wolves. These two scriptures right here. Psalms 10:8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right now we're the poor. We're the valley. That's going to be switched up to the mountain. That's where we are. We're the meek right now. That's us. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. Innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. You think he's not watching us? Nah, they're watching us. And you out there going their lawn. They got all type of demons flying around, probably. Like, you never know. You don't know. Nah. Can't be ignorant to that. Psalm 17:12. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey. And as it were And as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Hold on, let me see. Let me click on this real quick. Slot. Nah, I don't want that right now. Something else I can think of, but yeah, that's let me go back to let me see if I can.
You destroyed this land. That's why I signed. So the people, that's why you like, come on, like, get wicked, come on, man. If you don't, man, if you supposed to, now the Lord goes, you teaching the Bible, and the white man just locked you the hell up on doing that. It's a problem. 10. When are you gonna stay? We're gonna fight this devil back. If you're gonna die for something.
All right, let's go back to the other one.
First century tunnels that move our leaders through the underbelly of the city. Going on down there. FBI headquarters. But the American Capitol is a labyrinth of tunnels and secret bunkers connected to the most important buildings in the city. The White House, the Capitol, and FBI headquarters. But the heart of DC's underworld isn't a top secret tunnel.
I can almost guarantee they got our apostles and elders' faces all up in them secret places of theirs. Like, you know, because we at war right now. and ain't going out there like that. Nah, not smart.
It's a 200-year-old sewer. It's the middle of the night here, and I'm headed into the heart of DC's underworld, the sewers. This is the only time we were allowed to do this because of safety concerns. And at any given moment, this whole place could be crawling with Secret Service agents and DC police. I'm right down the street from the White House and a stone's throw from Capitol Hill. Terrorism is obviously a real danger here, but it wasn't always the #1 security threat to DC. 200 years ago, this city was under siege by a whole nother enemy, rampant disease. And runs under the most secured buildings in the city.
All right. That's good, thank you.
There's a tunnel that...
There you go.
Here on a 3-foot wide, very slippery berm that slopes down towards some very nasty water. The privilege of trudging through DC sewers required the permission of both DC police and Homeland Security.
It's amazing how these sewers over the years have lasted and look as good as they look.
How old is this sewer here?
This sewer here is over 100 years old.
No kidding.
Today, the sewer is covered by the modern city. But when DC was founded, this was a river running right through the heart of the nation's capital. In 1790, Congress agreed to fund a brand new capital city for our young country. They settled on 100 square miles of wild, swampy land around the Potomac River. The country's first president, George Washington, wanted to build a capital city that would rival the great cities of Europe. In addition to broad avenues and monumental buildings, city planners wanted to turn a creek that ran through the heart of the city into a canal for barges. It was called Tiber Creek, but it was too shallow and was quickly turned into an open sewer instead. The creek, full of human waste and garbage, carried disease. This city, the mall is built over one of the filled-in portions of the old creek bed. The sewer that was once the Tiber Creek.
What is up there, though?
Well, I can't tell you exactly what. Stop right here.
Can perform routine maintenance. Workers have 1,000.
And these sewers go for miles.
Yeah. How big is the system?
Listen to this part. I think this is the part I want you to hear.
I would have to say it's about at least 1,000 miles of sewer anyway.
Not only do Kevin and his co-workers have 1,000 miles of sewers to manage, they also have to deal with the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and DC Police before they can perform routine maintenance. Because the sewers run directly beneath highly sensitive government buildings, any access to them is strictly monitored.
We're going to have to stop right here.
Why is that?
Up ahead, we have a manhole that we cannot go past.
What is up there, though?
Well, I can't tell you exactly what's up there, but we cannot go past this point.
So you're not telling me because that's part of your security responsibility?
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
Today, securing the sewers and the manholes that lead to them is a serious concern. But it wasn't always that way. Back in the late 1940s, today,
Exactly what's up there.
Why is that?
Up ahead, we have a manhole that we cannot go past.
What is up there, though?
Well, I can't tell you exactly what's up there, but we cannot go past this point.
So you're not telling me because that's part of your security responsibility?
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
today,
Now we're dealing with Esau, Edom, and all the rich elites with their secret stuff and everything that they hide and everything. What can possibly be over there? Like, what you got? Like, it's not gonna like. The only thing that they can find is some sick, wicked shit. Like some, I don't know, some demonic stuff. Probably some writing on the wall, some weird shit. That's all you can find over there. It's nothing confidential. Only that they're hiding is the truth, and we're bringing it out. If we have 100% truth of Great Middlestone, well, yeah, Great Middlestone. I'm not Great Middlestone, but I'm one of the followers of them because they have 100% truth. We have 100% truth through spirit power of Yahweh Shai. So if we're bringing out the truth of the world the secrets of the world through the spirit of power Yahweh Shemel Shai, what do they have? What are they hiding? What can they possibly be hiding? If the creator of all things, through his son, put the spirit in us to reveal everything unto everybody, unto you guys. So what could they hide? They have nothing to hide but the truth that we're bringing out. That's all they're hiding, is what we're bringing out. The truth that they've been covering up. They probably got all type of real artifacts from, stuff that shows that so-called black people are the real Israelites and Jews. That's what they probably got. They probably got stuff that they hid away. Stuff that they had to whitewash. Like the stuff we see, they whitewashed it. But they probably got stuff that's down there that be like, wow, that's this. I like, stuff like that. Information wise, we're bringing all that out. The Lord is exposing him. Through his men. That's what they sit in they secret places and do. Subterranean Freemason secrets. See, I don't even know what this is about. I don't even know what this stuff is about right here. It's right here at the bottom. Subterranean Freemason secrets. Like, that's some old stuff. Like, this is what they do. Let me see. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. That's what they do. They devise iniquity. They work evil upon their beds. And like the other scripture I brought out, what was that? It was one of them scriptures. They lurk. I think like they sit in the secret places and they're lurking on the poor. Yeah. That goes with this one. They devise iniquity by lurking onto the poor. They practice. They have it. It's in the power of their hand to do so. Because this is what kind of mind they got. That's what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Right here. So they're devising iniquity. They're working evil. They practice it. This is what they do. Where do they do this at? Now, this is what they do. Now, where do they do this at, right? This is where they do it at. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey. We're his prey. As it was a young lion, as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Yeah. Greedy of his prey. He's lurking in the secret places. I think I got a better one than that one too. But nah, that's cool. That's the point. They devise iniquity. I thought about this one too. They accomplish a diligent search. Let me see. Psalm 64:6 at the top. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. This is what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing. They're not doing what you think they're doing, basically. They're not doing what they say they're doing on the news. Figuring out trying to help the world. This little politics stuff, that's not what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're trying to get at us, the Israelites. They're working iniquities. They're trying to conjure up some wickedness, some evil acts. That's what they're doing, because this is who they are. Job and 24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. This is who's in power. And Washington, D.C. is one of their secret places. So you can't tell me that they don't see you out there. You're sheep still. HOI, that's not smart. You're going to lead your people to the slaughter. Like, yeah, you're telling the Israelites, but you're not leading them right. That's going off. I mean, if I'm going off about to, correct me. Somebody correct me, but that's going off. Blind leading the blind. Let me see. Is Yahweh speaking. At the top, Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. Let me see if I can, but the answer to every plan which he has not planned shall be rooted up. Let's start right here. Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. That's what's gonna happen. That's crazy. Like I said, that's the spirit, because I was talking about the tunnels. They'll come up, they'll pull up on you. Alright, let's say this scenario. They labeled us terrorists. Now they pull up on you while you at Washington, D.C. because you're terrorists. So they so-called have the right, because they made it the law, that you are a terrorist now because of what you do. You preaching what you preaching, teaching what you're teaching. So now you scattered, you running. 40 men out there. They just running because they scared. Not prepared for this, because they was one of the blind, leading the blind, Now they pull up, mugs running. You got people coming up out of sewers, snatch you down into sewers, and boom, you fall into that ditch. Even though it's not really a ditch, but, it's a little hole. It could be compared to that. That's what that is. You fall in there, but it's not really, That's what's gonna happen. So, that's not it's not wise to do going out there. You see what kind of people in power. You gotta be wise. So therefore you gotta know all the ins and outs of Washington, D.C. Now you gotta be aware of your surroundings. Not telling, it's not smart to go out to Washington, D.C. Yeah, I'm gonna close it out with that. I don't think I got nothing else to say. Yeah, that's it. So, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Wakadash Rakah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Middlestone, teaching the truth on down to the young brothers. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Shalom to all the hopeful elect. Shalom.